Our first topic tonight, I want to talk about technology. We are in a technological age where a lot of people have access to stuff that wasn't, commonly accessible a few decades ago. So whereas once you had to go into a big studio and crank out an album, now you get Pro Tools rig, you get a Mac, you go to your basement, you got a mixtape, you got an album. Some people say that's hurt our artistry. Some people say it's helped. I want to hear y'all's opinion. What do you think technology and the accessibility of technology, how's that affecting black music and the industry as well? So anybody can jump in. We don't have to go down the line.
Me personally, I would say, it's kind of like a double-edged sword. I think as far as the artistry, technology is great, because we all, I think, at least speaking on myself, as an independent artist, I don't have the money to get into one of these studios and go in there for, hours and hours at a time, paying these people, and then you come out with maybe 2-3 songs, depending on how much you're getting done in there. So, as far as the artistry, you have a person that, you take a Soulja Boy or a Cassie or anybody else is blown up over MySpace or YouTube or something like that. Now they can become, multi-million-dollar artists and support their families and make it so that music continues to be ever-changing. You've even had times where people from New York or, just anybody who's really like a hip-hop head is upset at the fact that Soulja Boy or whoever else can get in the game. Or you may have somebody like Rihanna or, the list is endless of people that you don't have to sing, you can alter your voice, the T-Pain. But these people are coming out and supporting their families, changing lives, and clearly they're making music that somebody can relate to. So, as far as the artistry, I think it's a wonderful thing. As far as the business, which a lot of other people are going to be more upset about, it's hurt a lot. It's done a lot of damage, with the Napsters and all of that. But I feel like it challenges your artistry. Of course, you may not be able to go triple platinum like you used to be because everybody had to go buy your album. Now, if you're really a good artist, you look at Lil Wayne, I think he's double platinum now. So, that makes you have to raise the bar. But it is hurting a lot as far as business is concerned. But as an independent artist, I've even had to train myself to not just go get the bootleg, but I believe in karma, so I gotta go buy the album. But people are gonna respect it. It raises the bar and makes you become a better artist if you really want to be, where you want to be in the game.
I think about the technology issue, every facet of human life now is so much more convenient. So within every aspect of life, you're going to have stuff like music is going to be more convenient. Film is going to be more convenient, So with music, I think the convenience is enjoyable. Because, you have people like Jay-Z, he recorded that song, Ignorant-ish, that's currently on American Gangsta album, but it was recorded at the same time as the Black album that was released. It was recorded in the hotel room, just Blayz, on a laptop. And when people heard it on the radio and the mixtapes, it sounded like it was in the studio. So I think that's a great thing. And just like Mr. Poole said, it is a double-edged sword in the sense that, now you're going to have a flood of people that are whack. Everybody has a digital camera, everybody has Pro Tools. So now you have to differentiate between who's good and who's not. And I think artists that's trying to get signed may think it's easier to get on now that there are more venues. The internet is such a big venue, it's free. It's free and you can make money. And that's like the greatest business idea ever. So, but at the same time, now the labels have to look at artists and try to tunnel their vision to a few people that are good amongst all these people that are yelling out non-quality music, So I think that's the thing about the internet and technology. And with internet, it's made it more possible for people to make money. Like Soulja Boy, everybody said that, everybody's mad at him, but he just responded on a YouTube, not just responded on a YouTube post where everybody was saying, oh, you killed hip-hop. You're the wackest artist ever. And he posts everybody back on his little blog saying, thank you for making me rich. Because every post and every hit on YouTube gives him 14 cents. So imagine millions of people viewing his page in a week. He's making hundreds of thousands of dollars a week. And people are mad. But I think we have to change our mentality of how we do things because technology is making everything more convenient and everything easier in a sense. But it's not getting easier, it's just we're waiting for that new niche that's going to put a glass ceiling on things. Right now, there's no glass ceiling because the world is so digital, but there is going to be something that's going to prevent a lot of these things from happening soon enough. So.
I just want to comment on the technology issue. Not only, I believe that technology, it's a double-edged sword, like everyone says, but from the business perspective of things, it definitely hurts. And it also hurts the artists that is looking to have mass advertising and mass record sales, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Because what the record companies are doing now, they are not allowing so many artists to get through the door, just like a fellow panelist said. They're not allowing so many artists to get through the door. But what's even worse is after you get signed, they're still taking a gamble with you to sign you. And then once you're signed, better believe they're going to produce, say they have 20 artists signed. The only people that are really going to be pushed and produced are, say, maybe 5. You see how many times you hear Alicia Keys on the radio? How many times do you hear Lil Wayne on the radio? How many times? Because of the way the industry is, where you used to think about it, you used to hear a pool of artists on the radio at one point. Because record companies were more, they were more quick to make a gamble, to take a gamble with artists and everything, and give more talented people a chance. But now, not only is the door shut or cracked even tighter, but not only is the door cracked tighter, but the door, once you get in it, you still might not clear your debt from them making your album, from them attempting to advertise you, because they're not going to put all of their money behind a new artist. That's number one. And then once they see you make a little money, or they get what they want, what they put into you back, then they will consider pushing you like an Alicia Keys, or pushing you like a Lil Wayne, or pushing you. How long have you all seen Lil Wayne? For years, for years, for years. He's been prepared for this. He's been propelled into this. It's not a mistake that Lil Wayne is everywhere right now. It's not a mistake. He is the record company's moneymaker right now. And that's the thing that people need to understand. They don't take 20 people now and put them out. We have this artist, this artist, this artist, and we're marketing them the same, and we let the consumer choose. They choose who they want to hear. And that is the result of technology.
I mean, I actually think it's good for the industry right now, because it's like when you have those big record companies that block you out, say, no, we can't take it. That's when, if you look historically, that's when we had the No Limit records pop up. That's when we had, well, not necessarily Bad Boy, but Rockefeller Records, that we had the independent labels that brought forth the Scarfaces, that brought forth the Master P's, Master P's be out back then. That brought forth those who were like the Biggie, the Craig Max, and like those who basically ran the hip hop game, like they came from independent labels. And so what things like this do, it promotes individual creativity and not corporate creativity. Because when the corporations create what they want you to say, you're controlled by them. You're basically their $40 million slave. And but when you have your own little, you got your own little iPod or whatever. I remember back in the day when I was young, we had this Fisher Price thing where you could put the tape in there. It was like all different types of colors. Then it had the microphone on the side. We used to make tracks off that. Me and my brother, we used to spit. And it's like little things like that. It just gives you a venue to express yourself, and especially in an age that we live that tries to limit as much of your expression as possible. I think it's good.
I mean,